You know it's real video when I'm wearing an actual jacket over my plain white t-shirt and I have notes on my screen. I'm prepared. So I was watching the Chelsea-Newcastle game this morning and I was just looking at the kits of Chelsea, and maybe I'm not in the majority here, but they're terrible and I hate them. Which got me thinking about all the kits and all the release videos and all the marketing that goes along with these kit releases, and I'm kind of just like, who actually falls for this and who buys it? But as someone who frequents a lot of different subreddits regarding these different clubs, it turns out a lot of people really like it. A lot of people fall for the marketing and buy the kits. And by all means, if you want the kit, go ahead, buy the kit. I'm not stopping you. All I'm saying is there really that much of a difference between that kit and the older kit? Really enough to warrant like $100 purchase every year? Not only is it just one kit, you have to get the home kit, you have to get the away kit, then you get the third kit. You know, the third kit that was made just because. And that got me thinking, because people buy stuff if they're marketed. It's kind of like the new iPhone. You know, I was watching the new iPhone release and they were making all these statements about, oh my gosh, it's small. And then, oh my gosh, it's so huge. And you can get the Max and the Mini, and you watch the video and you're like, I have to get the iPhone. But in reality, do you really need the iPhone? I mean, they got rid of all the cables anyway, but still somehow marketed getting rid of the cables as an improvement. You may have seen, based on my last investment video last Saturday, why I personally don't really like buying new things. I always buy secondhand when I can. I save a lot of money. It's because I would prefer to invest it and just grow that money as opposed to buying things that I probably won't use in like 2 or 3 months. I also think that experiences provide much more of a benefit to the human as opposed to just buying things. There are probably scientific studies backing that point. I'm too lazy to go onto the Google machine and find it, but just trust me, I am your dad. So how do I tie this back to FIFA, which is sort of what this whole channel sort of is at this point? I don't know. Because FIFA, every year, it's like the new iPhone. It's like the third kit. It's like the new home kit. There are small changes, which you could argue are improvements or detriments depending upon where you sit, but they're always marketed as incredible. Even if it's anything that they got rid of and then brought back and labeled as a new feature, people will still go, well, let me buy it. Everyone knows that humans, we're kind of dumb. It's weird because we're dumb, but also very smart at the same time, so we're just an enigma. Anytime we see something new, we want to get it. That's why marketing exists. That's why these people make money. That's why Apple can charge $1,000 for something with less features, with less functionality. Just this morning on the FIFA subreddit, if you look at top posts 16 hours ago with 1.8 thousand upvotes, which is a lot. It's gilded. It has the coins. People gave them money for some reason to make this post. It's basically the FIFA version of the Martin Luther 99 thesis, and it's titled EA are doing their best to kill the game before Black Friday. Problem, and then he lists a bunch of problems. And all I will say is, yes, these are problems. These are also problems that have existed for the past 5 FIFAs, and you can 100%, I've been on the stupid subreddit for 6 years. You can just go back to any single FIFA, find these exact same things. Look, button delay. Wow, that's existed for 6 years. So I'm not mad at the person posting this. I'm not mad at anyone commenting and upvoting it. I'm disappointed that we're shocked at this. Like, at what point do you keep getting slapped and then you go, why do you keep slapping me? It's like you grab the cookie, they slap you, and then you grab the cookie again, they slap you, and you go, well, I just keep getting slapped. I can't figure out why. So that's kind of an issue. The other thing, and why I really don't like FIFA anymore, and what really has killed the game for me, is because I knew these problems existed. I always knew that this was a pay-to-win game, but I could find ways to kind of maneuver around that and still have fun, but that is no longer really the case. Just take a very simple case like Paulinho, 83 rated base card, gold, rare. He has an incredible card. It's 2.3K, which anyone has. You can play the game, you can play 2 games of FIFA and get that amount, with stats like 92 stamina, 82 strength, a bunch of really, really good things that are completely usable. But let's compare him to his inform, which is 88,000 coins. So I don't know what that is. I'm not a mathematician. That's a lot more. Now, are there improvements? Certainly. He has plus stats. You can look at the stats and see the improvements. This is actual data that you look at and see, like 94 stamina compared to 92, 84 strength compared to, I think it was 82. But it's +2. It's not like he's +10. The only stats that he's +3 on are his passing. And I don't know about you guys, but +3 passing, is that really going to make or break your experience? Will that really change how the player feels? I think that you'll see posts on Reddit saying the new Paulinho is the best player ever, or the new insert player here is the best player ever. And it's kind of people just buying into the hype, if I'm honest. To better illustrate my point, take someone like Ollie Watkins, for example. 76 base card, 83 pace, 73 shooting. He doesn't look that great. You could probably use him and he's okay, but you're like, he's discard price for a reason. Then suddenly Ollie Watkins gets an inform 12K, and he gets +6 shooting, +6 physicality. Goes from a 76 rated to an 81 rated. I reviewed that card. It was very good. It makes sense too, because you can see the improvements, +5, +6. Of course he's going to be better. So the amount of improvement compared to the price increase, 12,000 coins is pretty much discard anyway. There's a lot of value there. He's so much better than spending 80,000 more coins to get Paulinho. And that's what I liked about FIFA in the past. You could always find these hidden gems, and they still exist. Silver gems like Akinfenwa, Adams, they're free, and I'm happy about those. But then you're also seeing just improvements that you can't really keep up with. So if I try to use that 81 Ollie Watkins in about a week or two, I'm just going to get smashed because everyone suddenly has 95 overall defenders. If you take even a week off the weekend league or division rivals, or you just don't get the same pack pull, you're not really going to improve at all. The other issue is if you saw that improvement, it made sense to buy that first inform Ollie Watkins. Discard price, but he got huge improvements. Now compare that to someone like Alex Teixeira, 79 rated base card. He's very good, goes for 2.8k. Then he got this inform hero card, but it's 200k. Still, after rewards have been released. Who's paying 200k for an 82 rated? You can spend the 200k and then next week it'll go down in price, but you'll still have spent that 200k, and then you'll just not even have the value. It's like buying a new car, and then as soon as you drive it off the lot, its value has just depreciated entirely, and you're just stuck with the new car, but you're like, well, it's a new car. In my mind, I've always looked at, no matter how old I've been, the value that you're getting for the price that you're paying. And I used to be able to justify it with a lot of FIFA players, like the cards in the game. And that's why I liked Ultimate Team. And that's why, I made these videos. But every day, it makes less and less sense to the point where if I'm telling you to buy these cards, then I'm kind of just lying. And I would never buy them. Now, this would kind of all be a moot point if people enjoyed the game of FIFA. But people don't really enjoy the game of FIFA. See the Reddit post, the 99 Thesis. When I think about video games, I think of two specific instances for some reason. One instance was about 9 or 10 years ago when Call of Duty Black Ops had just come out, and I was in my English class the last period of the day, and I had about 30 minutes to kill. I was doing absolutely nothing, and I'm just thinking, I can't wait to get home and play Black Ops. I was actually shaking with excitement. As sad as it can kind of sound, that is a moment that I look on fondly, and that is a moment that I wish I could get back with something like FIFA, with any game. But it's not really happening as often, and it's definitely not happening with FIFA anymore. The other time actually had to do with FIFA, and it was even more recent. I think it was FIFA 15. It was when I was in college, and it was a Friday night, and I didn't feel like doing anything outside because I'm weird. So I decided to play FIFA instead. And I just remember making brownies, and then I was opening bronze packs. Brownies and bronze packs. What a sick Friday night. And I don't remember how much I had, but I think I had like 50k, and I was planning on just spending all of it on bronze packs, because at the time, there was like a Hector Bellerin, who is a shiny bronze 64 rated that would go for 60k. And there were other cards that would go for 10, 15k. You could make your money back on these bronze cards, on these bronze packs. The point of those stories is I actually had excitement for the game. One had to do with Black Ops, the other had to do with FIFA. But that excitement does not exist with FIFA anymore. And I would argue that for most people who play FIFA, that excitement doesn't exist. Even pros don't really like this game. Pros play the game because they have a contract. Pros play the game because it's a paycheck. Anyway, this is one of those rant videos that I always do, that I kind of like to do. You guys kind of like to hear it because these are thoughts that you have as well. don't lie. The main point is FIFA's tricking your mind. I think it's for the negative. I think it's a bad thing. It's training your mind to always want to have to get that new thing. You just are dying to get that new thing. And this can bleed over into real life where you have to buy that new iPhone. You have to buy that new car. You have to buy that new insert whatever product it is here. And all I can say from past experiences is it's not always good to buy the new thing. You buy the new thing, you have the new thing for a while, and then you get bored of it, and then it's on to the next thing. And that's just the same way that it is in FIFA, and I don't think it's a healthy mindset, and I don't want to really promote that. So always be thinking, boys. Always think about what is really the best thing for you. Anyway, this is a random video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to spay your domestic animals, also known as pets.